Hi, let's do a practice session using some licks from Charlie Christian, the great jazz guitar pioneer. He was born in Dallas, Texas, 1919. I believe he died in 1942. But he was really one of the first players to play single-string solos on electric guitar. So he was both a pioneer in the whole realm of jazz guitar as well as a pioneer, one of the pioneers for electric guitar. He was playing the guitar like a horn, playing single-note lines. He got his big start with Benny Goodman. He had been discovered by the producer John Hammond. Let's take a look at the first lick here. I'm going to show you where it comes from. Okay, I'll show you the nut here. So I'm up at the 7th fret. I'm starting on string 4, fret 7. Play those two notes on that 4th string. Play the 8th fret on the 3rd string, 8th fret on the 2nd string. We try that again. And then 10 to 8 on the 1st string. And of course, where it comes from is this chord, F9. And 13 is right there. So the 13 is actually in the lick too. This is one of the simpler ones, so I thought I'd start with this. So what he's doing here is he's starting on the 3rd. Here's the root, here's the 3rd. He's playing the 3rd, 5th, flat 7th, 9th, 6th or 13th, down to the 5th. Once in a while, he'll just do the in-between note for the last bit there. Okay. Let's look at the same lick in a different position. Okay, so this one would be for an F7, F dominant. So it would be, now if we were in F blues, we would go next to the 4 chord, B flat 7. And the lick here over B flat 7. Okay, so I'm starting on string 5 this time, playing the 2 notes on string 5, playing the 6th fret on the 4th string, playing the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and 8 to 6 on the 2nd string. Let me just show you those two real quick. Yeah, we've got, here's the first one we played, the F7 or the F9. Here's the one for the B flat. Actually, that's for the C. I don't know how useful this is. I may just show you on the guitar and kind of dispense with the tabs because it's going to be too cumbersome to go back and forth. Yeah, so what we have here is we have for F dominant and for B flat dominant. Okay. So if we take a look at the middle 8 bars of rhythm changes. Rhythm changes are the chord changes to the song I Got Rhythm, but they've been used for the basis for thousands of tunes written by other people. So it's a very popular chord progression. But here, in the middle 8, we have D7 for 2 measures, G7 for 2 measures, C7 for 2 measures, F7 for 2 measures, G, C, F. Keep it simple. Just to get the lay of the land. All right. So for the D, we're doing it here. When the chords eventually change to G7, we're doing the one here that starts on the 5th string. Now it goes to C. We're back to that first position, the original position. And then here it's a little tricky because for the F, it's actually open A, C, E flat, open G, D to C. So you actually have an option. For the D7, that works just great. G7, C7, Now for the F7, another option. Come an octave higher. Probably works better. Okay, so again, just to review, here's your D7. Here's your G7. Here's your C7. And let's do the F7 up here. I'm going to play the chords for you slowly, and I want you to just play each lick maybe once. Okay, later we're going to get into elaborating and embellishing. 1, 2, 3, D7. G7. C7. F7. Keep going. Heading to D7. G7. C7. F7. One more time. D7. G7. C7. F7. Okay. So, just getting used to these two. Let's take a look at a second lick. This one's more of a minor sixth. So it comes from barring the first 3 at the 8th fret, playing the 7th fret, 4th string, and I've got the C in the root, the bass, C minor 6th. And this is going to be on the 4th string, 7, 10, 8 on the 3rd, 8 on the 2nd, 8 on the 3rd, 7, and then 7 on the 4th. Okay, so again, 4th string is 7, 10, 8 on the 3rd string, 8 and 10 on the 2nd string, 8 and 7 on the 3rd string, 7 on the 4th. C minor 6. Okay, that's for a C minor 6. Now if we do the other position, it's going to be for an F minor 6. And that one's going to be walking through one last time on that. We've got 7, 10 on the 3rd string. We've got 9 on the 2nd string. We've got 8, 10 on the 1st string. Then 9, 8 on the 2nd. Back down to 7 on the 3rd string. So if we get a little chord progression going, which will be 2 measures of C minor 6. 2 measures, F minor 6. The first lick for C and use the F minor 6th for the F minor 6. Okay, so I'm going to play it for you. 1, 2, 3, C minor 6. F minor 6. Back. Keep playing. Okay. Show you one more lick. This one's for a major. Okay, so if we think in terms of a C major 6. Okay, C major 6. The notes in the chord are C, E, G, and A. All right. So for the C major 6th, we're going to have an 8th rest, and we're going to come in on the and after 1. So it's like 1. So let's just take that apart. It's coming from this, again, C6. We've got the 8th rest in the beginning, so it's 1. I'm on the 3rd string now. Fret 9, 2nd string 8, 3rd string 10, 9, 4th string 10, 5th string 12, 10, 4th string 9, 10. Just for those of you who are more visual, it's right here. Okay. And the other position we're about to do is over here on the higher strings. This is the one I've just done now. It's the one we're about to do. I don't know how helpful it is, but let's take a look. Okay, so think C6. Another way to finger it would be, some people don't use their 4th finger too much. So either way, if we look at what it would be for an F6, we're going to move to the higher strings, and we have, we'll try that again. There it is. So, 2nd string 10, 1st string 8, 2nd string 11 to 10, 3rd string 10, 4th string 12, 10, 3rd string 9, 10. Okay? So, for lick 3, you know where we're heading. We're going to take 2 measures of C6, okay, and we're going to take 2 measures of F6, and I want you to just practice the 2 licks. Again, for the C6, for the F6. And I'll go slowly. 2, 3, 4, C6. F6. C6. Okay? So I'm just trying to get you used to fingering these little licks that you may not have done before. They're certainly new to me. Let's take a look at another lick. This one, we're just going to do it in one position. It's a little complex, but it's very nice. So I just set the stage with A7. It's this chord, which I'm sure you're familiar with. And here's the run. So it looks like a lot, but if we take it apart and look at what it is, there's an A9 chord. I'm playing my E 2nd string 5th fret, B, G, C sharp. If I put the A on the bottom, you'll hear that it's an A9. And of course, you might be more familiar with this A7, slightly simpler chord, second string, third string, fourth string, sixth string. And then of course we know this one. So the lick just basically literally plays the notes of the A9 without the root. It comes back and plays the notes of the A7 without the root. And then it kind of embellishes so here's a quick look in case it helps at all. Look 4 down here is what I labeled it when I was writing these out. Okay, so you can see there's the A9, then the 3 notes from the A7, and then there's more scalar type notes there at the end. Okay, so this one we're going to use in the service of a 12-bar blues. I haven't seen a whole lot of Charlie Christian playing a blues, but there's something I just noticed today, and I'm going to check it out in more detail when I get a chance. So, if we think in terms of a B-flat blues, and applying this long lick that we just did to the B-flat blues, okay, we're going to do it just in one position. So here's my B-flat blues. Here's where the B-flat 9 is. So don't worry about the root, and we're going to play those notes. Do all downstrokes, if you can. Now come back to the notes from the B-flat 7 that we just played. So we have spell out the B-flat 9, spell out the B-flat 7, and then continue. Okay, so give it a try and do it with me. Starting on the 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string. Now, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, still on the 2nd. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play that, and we're going to play around with it for 4 measures. 2, 3, 4. Now, as you know, what comes next is we're going to go to the 4 chord in B flat, which is going to be E flat 7. We're using the same chord form. But again, the E flat 9 that the lick springs from is right here. So, what we could do for a B flat blues is going to be try that again. Now this is not something you would necessarily play when you were soloing, trying to improvise. This is strictly kind of a physical muscle memory brain thing to get us used to these shapes and how to use them. So it's going to sound repetitive, but it's an exercise. It's not a solo. So you notice what I did there. Here's my B flat, here's my 9 shape, here's my E flat, and here's my 9 shape. So when I do the shape for the E flat 7, the 4 chord here in the blues, my index finger is on the 5th string 10th fret. Here's the 12th fret right here, I'm at the 10th. So let's try it again, try it with me. By the way, I'm gonna link to an excellent video that kind of spearheaded this whole thing in my mind. Gonna link it down below. back to B flat. Now, we're in a B flat blues. We need something F7, but it can only be one measure, not two measures. So let's go back to this, the first lick we looked at. Now we need something E flat 7, but only one measure. Okay, and now we need something to go home to B flat 7. Why don't we do something different? Okay, so what I did there was I harkened back to the other lick that we had done for. Okay, so yeah, that's the 12-bar blues in B flat. Play around with it. I'm going to play slowly, and I'm going to play the chord accompaniment for you. And I would like you to play around with B flat. Do it twice. I'm not going to do the quick change thing on the B flat blues chords. Then go up to E flat, and when you go up there, it's going to be 5th string, 10th fret to start. You're going to do that once. You're going to come back. Now, as we just did, we're going to need a quick something for F7. We're going to do this. E flat. And then we're going to shake it up a bit, and we're going to do something different for the final B flat. Okay? So feel free to embellish. Feel free to throw in a lick now and then that you know that you're used to. But the idea is to get more used to these fingerings, and hopefully in the future you can kind of use them as a foundation, add to them, change them, and make them your own. 1, 2, 3, B flat. Going to the 4 chord, E flat. You're going to jump up to the 5th string, 10th fret with that lick. Back to B flat. Now do the quick F7 lick, do the quick one measure, E flat, back home to B flat. This is all B flat, E flat, B flat. F, do the quick one. E flat, same. B flat. I'll try one. So let's take one more here. This one's going to be fun. Something I just like about this. I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to switch now from a B flat blues. We're going to go to the context of an F blues, and I'm going to play the tail end of it with chords just to situate you, to let you know where we are. Here we go. We're in F. Okay, so let's look at what this new lick is. It's kind of long, but it's kind of simple at the same time. The thing is, it doesn't start on the 1 of the measure. It actually, there's 3 pickup notes, and the lick starts on beat 3. That's why I did this. You know, you're at the end of a blues. You're heading back to the 1 chord now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so let me try that again. Anytime I try to talk and play, neither one comes out very well. 1, 2. All right. right, let's take it apart now. You know, we've got the F minor pentatonic right here. Okay. We've got the 13 note. If you play an F13, that D is the 13. Of course, we've got the A, which is the third of the F7. But as a lead-in note, we've got the B flat, which is the fourth. So here we go. Try to show it to you. One more time. Here's the chord. 1, 2. Okay? This time I'll say the notes. 1, 2. C, D, F, A flat, F, G, F, D, C, B flat, A flat to A, C, B flat, A, F, C sharp into D, F, A. So it's nice. It ends on the third of the chord. Actually starts on the fifth of the chord. Here's our C. All right. So try it a few times. I'll play the chord. So you're going to come in on 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it again. You're going to do the 3 pickup notes, and it's going to be on the third beat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Almost. Okay, so if we look at a 12-bar blues in F and just keep going, okay, comes in some interesting ideas can emerge here. So we're going to have 4 measures of F. We're keeping it simple here. Then we're going to have 2 measures of B flat. I'm going to go back for 2 measures of F. We're going to have 1 measure of C, 1 measure of B flat. I'm going to finish off 2 measures of F7. We're not doing the quick change thing because we're trying to just get used to these fingerings for these licks. So, 1, 2, pick up. Okay, now we go to the 4 chord. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this newest lick for an F7, but then I'm going to revert to the complex one for the 4 chord B flat. Now, when we go back, I'm not going to have as much time. So I'll probably do something like abbreviate that F7 lick that we just learned. Okay, when we come to the 5 chord for the F blues, I'm going to do this. For the 1 measure of the 4 chord B flat. Going to go back to that one, okay? And then to finish off for 2 measures, so what we're starting to do is we have a few licks from Charlie Christian, kind of getting them under our belt, getting the fingering down, getting used to them, and we're trying to just work now on applying them. So, for F7, here we go. You want to do it along with me? Here's the pickup notes. Measure 1 starts right there, okay? So here's the pickups. going to go to the long complex one for B flat. And then we're back here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to leave out the pickup notes. Okay? Here's our 5 chord. First one we learned. Here's our B flat for 1 measure, the 4 chord. And then when we go back to the F, we could even go here. Hope that's helpful. I hope you get something out of it. I actually have more, so I'll probably do a second video on this. But I'd always heard Charlie Christian was one of the founding fathers of jazz guitar. He's actually one of the founders of bebop, believe it or not. He was playing at a Harlem club called Minton's. And in the very early days where this bebop thing was just kind of coming together, Charlie Christian was one of the key figures. And shortly after he died, bebop started to emerge and to become a very major force in music. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions or comments. If you like this kind of stuff, please subscribe. Throw me a like if you find it helpful or interesting. Otherwise, keep playing, have fun, keep practicing, and talk to you next time. Have a great day.